As you look at Felix, Mike, and Liriano, it's a good matchup. Liriano's still trying to figure it out after this last start. 2 starts ago, he had the no-no.
Yeah, and then he comes right back to start after that, which was his last start where he just went 3 innings and struggled through that one. That's the reason why the ERA is so high. But then you have Felix Hernandez trying to work his way through May. Had a nice little run together, 4 games where he really pitched well. His last outing was a struggle, but take a look at what he did against the Twins last year. Yeah, and they ended up with 4 strikeouts in an inning. So Felix really had good stuff, and hopefully he'll bring that again tonight.
Take a look at some of the other outstanding feats turned in by fabulous Felix. 4 strikeouts in the 8th inning, 22nd time in AL history. And then in June of 08, he retired the Marlins. 4 innings with 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. Only the 13th time in American League history that has happened. Meanwhile, Liriano, he has something Felix doesn't have, a no-hitter. Felix Hernandez getting the start tonight, comes in with an ERA of 3.36 in his 9 starts. He's got good numbers against Minnesota, 3-1 here at Safeco with a 1.73 ERA. Meanwhile, Francisco Liriano, he's a guy that has a chance to be one of the really good left-handers.
Well, he has been. He had an injury a few years ago, and he hasn't been quite the same. But at times, on certain nights, he can be dominant. And the biggest thing with him, really hard breaking ball, nice change-up, and a good fastball. If he's commanding his fastball, he can be tough. So the Mariners, I think, need to zone him up early in the counts, early in the game. Otherwise, they'll expand it on him, and it'll be a long night.
It has been a struggle for the Minnesota Twins with their bats, just a little bit below the Mariners. Should be interesting here tonight. Felix Hernandez is Luis Rodriguez. And former Mariner Rene Rivera get ready for tonight's ball game. Felix Hernandez against Francisco Liriano. It's all coming up next here on Root Sports.
By Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. By the new Quest 5-year price lock promise. Visit quest.com/promise for details. And by the Emerald Queen Casino. Get ready to rock on and bring more cowbell with Blue Oyster Cult May 27th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, friends. Angie Minting here. The Mariners and the Twins are just about set for the finale of this short 2-game series. Coming up inside the game, we are going to tell you about A-Rod's big day in Tampa. But really, it's nothing that Michael Pineda didn't do today. Pitchers took batting practice. Pineda went yard twice. I'd be bragging to everyone, but apparently that's not what he told Jen about. To find out, we kick it over to Jen Mueller.
Well, he did touch a little bit on the power at the plate, but what he really wanted to talk about is the pride and the admiration he has for fellow Dominican Francisco Liriano. Now, the two were born in the same town in the Dominican. Their paths never crossed when it came to playing baseball, but tonight's Geico quote shows that Pineda pays close attention every time Liriano's on the mound.
Oh, I'm thinking the same. He's a pretty good pitcher. Yeah, he's living in Dominican, pretty close to my home. I watched the him for a lot. He's a pretty good pitcher.
What pitch do you like the most that he throws? What do you like about his style?
Slider. He had pretty good slider.
Yeah, the Mariners will get a chance to see that tonight. Pineda will get a front row seat. It is Francisco Liriano and Felix Hernandez when we come back. First pitch right around the corner here on Root Sports.
Here at Safeco Field, Felix Hernandez's presence is felt every day, and today he's on the mound starting for the Mariners. It's a Felix night here in Seattle, Washington. Welcome everybody to Mariner Baseball, the second of a 2-game series with the Minnesota Twins. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers with you on a nice evening. Been a great sunny day here in Seattle. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Minnesota Twins. They'll be facing Felix Hernandez. Mike.
Thank you, Dave. Jason Kubel off to a nice start, hitting .329. He will hit third. Justin Morneau, he's had a lot of injuries this year. Off to a slow start, just one home run for him. Former Mariner Rene Rivera will hit 8th and do the catching tonight. And then Casilla will hit 9th. Felix's numbers, 3.36 ERA, 61 2/3 innings pitched for him, 55 strikeouts, just 18 walks.
Here we go. First pitch to Denard Span is up high for a ball. C.B. Buckner calling balls and strikes. Dale Scott at first. Jerry Mills at second. John Tupane at third. 2-0 to Span, who's 1 for 12 against Felix Hernandez. Denard said that one hit was a blooper lost in the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome roof a couple of years ago. Felix snaps at that ball, not pleased with this 3-0 start. Four-pitch walk to start the ball game. We're at the quarter pole here, Mike. This is game number 41. That quickly.
Yeah, it has come fast. And I think right now for the guys, they can lean on their pitching staff. That's a strength for them. Felix obviously at the head of it. So hopefully he'll get things figured out here quickly.
Span 3 out of 4 in base stealing.
Boy.
My goodness. Matt Tolbert, shortstop. 2-hole hitter. Felix looking for his first strike of the evening. 5-2 win for the Mariners last night. Into the 6-game losing streak. Tacked on a 9th consecutive win. There's a strike call. 9th consecutive loss for the Minnesota Twins. They haven't won a game since May 6th. 9-2 against Boston. Condolences. Prayers go out to Twins family and the family of the late great Harmon Killebrew, who passed away today. We talked about it. And they're wearing number 3 in honor of Harmon Killebrew. Punch foul. All you have to do is walk through their clubhouse and get an impact of what he had on this organization and even these contemporary guys. The fabulous profile here. 573 home runs, 11th all time. Did more home runs in the 60s than anybody and was the MVP in the American League. Payette, Idaho's hometown, just a little bit north of Boise. Oh, 2 strikes to Matt Tolbert. Grounds it to Smoke, gets the nice hop, throws over to Ryan. Felix covering, not in time, but they get the lead runner. Six fielder's choice.
Thought this was going to be some trouble. It was an in-between hop for Justin Smoke. Handles it without a problem. Makes a nice throw. Take a look at the rest of the defense. Mike Wilson in left field, Saunders in center, Ichiro out and right. Brendan Ryan and Jack Wilson will be up the middle tonight. Miguel Oliva will do the catching.
First home start for Mike Wilson. Jason Kubel, the hitter, DHing tonight. Was in right field last evening.
So far, Felix having a tough time finding the strike zone with his fastball.
Michael Pineda didn't have any problems with his last night, and he loved his slider. Swing and a miss. Remember, we had that shot of Olivo going out there. What are you doing? You're throwing a slider, and everything's outside. And I made the adjustment. Miguel got on me, told me to make sure keep that front side closed. It was opening up too soon, and worked out really well. The slider was devastating. The 1-1. That misses. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jason Kubel, a .299 career hitter against the Mariners. 1 for 4 last night. Up high. Felix coming off of one of those nights. Just wasn't his normal self in his last start at Baltimore. 5 innings of 7 hits, 4 runs all earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Threw 105 pitches to get through those 5 innings.
3-1 here. Runner goes, and it's up high for ball 4. So Felix has walked 2 of the first 3 men that he's faced. 1 out, first and second. brings up Justin Morneau. Cleanup hitter, first baseman. New Westminster, British Columbia native. And that's down low. Miguel Olivo going out to talk to Felix Hernandez. 14 pitches, 10 of them balls.
I know Miguel talking to him. Felix typically, if he has issues, it's in the first or second inning. That's when you see him throw a lot of pitches trying to find it. We've seen that this year. And then he'll eventually find a groove and he'll be efficient the rest of the way through. But right now, really struggling with his fastball. It's running all over the place on him. He can't find the strike zone.
Remember we were saying earlier too, he does. I don't even know if he knows how to throw a straight ball anymore. He did right there.
That was about as close as it gets to straight.
Yeah, I mean, it moved a little bit. You could see it, but from talking to Adam Moore and all the catchers over the last couple of years, better be ready when you get back there. Throwing a first pitch ball to all 4 hitters to this point. For a double play ball here. They'll get one. It's Felix. Throw out. Morneau. Runners move up. 2 down. So runners at second and third, 2 outs for Michael Kadire. Kadire at first base last night. He's in right field this evening. Time is called.
Kadire has struggled in these situations this year, hitting just 114 with men in scoring position. As soon as you say it, there you go.
Never fails as base hit. Center field gives Minnesota 2-0 lead. RBI 8 and 9 for Kadire. First pitch swinging. 2-0 Twins.
And Kadire watching Felix trying to throw first pitch fastballs for strikes, and he gets one. This one's up and in the middle of the zone. Been around long enough that he didn't want to wait and fall behind Felix and jumps on a heater, hits it hard up the middle.
It's Danny Valencia, the third baseman, 6th hitter, come up here in the first inning. Quick 2-0 Minnesota lead to center field. Backs up Saunders. He's there, and that'll do it for the Twins. A shaky first for Felix. 2-0 Minnesota. Mariners coming to bat. Glad you're with us. On a blue sky above here at Safeco Field. It's a beautiful sight. about to go to bat against Francisco Liriano, and here's the lineup for tonight, Mike.
Justin Smoke leading the club in RBIs with 25. Olivo will hit fourth tonight against the left-hander. Jack Cuss with a base hit last night, driving in a run. Then it's Mike Wilson getting a start at left field, hitting seventh. Saunders will hit ninth.
So the Mariners going against Francisco Liriano. Ichiro looks at strike one.
Liriano, high ERA for him, even with the no-hitter.
Liriano's 5-2 career and 9 starts against the Mariners, a 2.78 ERA. A year ago, 2-0, a 2.08, 2 starts, and he beat them here. 1-1 game here at Safeco Field. All 2 strikes to Ichiro. Ichiro 1 for 3 last night. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Ichiro bubbling just outside the top 10. American League batting average. 4th in hits. Tied for 3rd in stolen bases. Right to the second baseman, Casilla. 1 out.
Look at the defense behind Liriano. Denard Span can go get it out in center field. Kadire plays all over the place. He'll be in right tonight. And then Justin Morneau, who has struggled early in the season, will be at first base. And former Mariner Rene Rivera will be behind the plate.
There's Liriano. Rough start, month of April. Certainly embodies the Twins' record of 12-27. Sean Figgins turned in some pretty good work lately, getting that batting average over the 200 mark. He's hits in 12 of his last 15 games, a 302 clip to get from 160 up to 222. Solid productivity from Figgins. His last 14. 1 for 4 with a run scored last night in the first inning. Solid base hit. Left center field for Figgins. Mariners have a 1-out base runner. What it means so much of the Mariner offense for him. Sean Figgins to start racking up some hits.
Look at him and Ichiro going at the same time. He can manufacture some runs, but this ball is hit hard right past Liriano.
Here's Justin Smoke, a 287 hitter. 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Leader in those 2 categories. .333 hitter, right-handed.
Did a lot of his damage early hitting right-handed. The Mariners saw a bunch of left-handers from Oakland, Texas. C.J. Wilson swung the bat well right-handed, and now things are starting to get a little bit closer together for him. His left-handed swing really coming around.
You have to do some 2-strike hitting here against Liriano. First time facing him. Count remains 0-2. Michael Kadire, 2-out, 2-run single, the difference right now in this 2-0 game. Figgins back safely. Pretty good crowd Still filing in here. Safeco Field. Not a big crowd last night. 14 and change. Looks like it might be closer to 20 tonight. 20,000. Liriano set. Here's the 0-2.
Average move for a left-hander against Ichiro. I don't think they'll have any issues reading him.
One, two to Smoke. Struck him out.
That's a good changeup from Liriano. Justin had a fastball to pitch before and fouled it straight back. And then he comes back with a good changeup.
It's a good pitch. Diving down in the zone. Here's Miguel Olivo. Reasonable success against Liriano. He's 5 for 16 with a home run. Looks at strike one. Miguel returned to the 4-hole last night. Picked up a first inning RBI. Drove. Check that. It was Cuss with the first inning RBI. Last night it was 1 for 3 for Olivo. He got an 8th inning. Base hit the center. He's behind 0-2.
Topping out at 92 miles an hour. Change up 84. It's a good breaking ball too. He'll throw it at the feet of the right-handers. Try to expand the zone against the left-handed hitters.
17th game. It's a cleanup hitter for Miguel Olivo. Dug out by Rivera. Former Mariner, Rene Rivera. Goes over. So it's 2 starts ago. A no-hitter against the Chicago White Sox. He walked 6, struck out 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Olivo. Felix Hernandez thinking about that first inning. He got roughed up. He was wild. He walked 2. And he swings at a pitch down in dirt, throwing down the first is Rivera, and the Mariners are gone in the first inning. 1 in the books, 2-0 Minnesota. Safeco Field. Tomorrow, the Angels visit Safeco Field for the first time this season. As low as $14 per person. Groups of 4 to 12 can get a ticket to Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package night. Fantastic deal. Come on out. You get a hot dog, Pepsi, and a ticket. See the Mariners square off with the Angels. So take advantage of this offer. Go to mariners.com/specials. Ben Revere will lead it off. Strike one to Ben, and Jay Buhner joins us right now, as he does per homestand. Good to see you, Chopper.
Good to see you, Chopper.
How are you?
How goes it, Michael?
Everything's good, Jay. How are you today?
Great. Thanks for asking.
There's Revere lining one to Saunders for the first out. What do you think of Felix at the first inning?
Not good. Not normal Felix. And we've all become accustomed to watching him deal. And a little bit of a rough. Last couple of starts has been a little rough out of that first inning. He's got to get a little command of that fastball in there, because as you guys know, he's not going to get a whole lot of calls. So got to be around that. Got to be around that plate. He's not getting that call at the knee.
No, he's not.
And that's the thing. And he's got to be around the plate to earn that.
Ground ball off the bat of Rene Rivera. Ryan throws out the former Mariner. Quick 2 outs here in the second.
Let's see, that's all we got to do is talk about him a little bit, and then he's going to throw 5 pitches and be out of the inning and off to the races from here on out.
The pitch down, though, is a good point, Jay, especially his fastball, because he gets so much movement,
no
like
doubt.
93, 94 miles an hour. And sometimes it seems like umpires give up on that pitch, or the catcher will catch it low, but when it's crossing the strike zone, it's actually a strike.
You made that point a couple starts ago.
Yeah.
And you saw a lot. Man, that one night, it was unbelievable. Ball was dying, and he couldn't get a call to save
down in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
No,
that was the last start. Yeah.
Man, I mean, you talk. They threw the plate in the dryer.
Yeah.
You got to have that. But the great thing, he shows great poise, and he doesn't sit up there and have the bad body language, and grabs it and keeps going, man. It's a grind.
He gives himself a stern talking to. I think that was the shot we had.
I think he was talking to himself at the bottom of that inning. There's no doubt about that.
One of the things that we talk about all the time, Jay, especially with the good pitchers, is that they're going to struggle in the first or second inning. Why do you think that is?
And that's a good question. I think every pitching coach would like to know what is it going to take to get this guy going in the first inning. The same thing with Randy Johnson. Remember, you better hurry up and get him early, because I tell you what, by the end of the 5th inning, he's throwing 97. So.
Well, how about this inning for Felix?
That'll help right there, right?
Not even a hiccup here. 1, 2, 3 retires the bottom third of the order in good fashion. Mike Wilson. Nothing Twins on the first inning. Michael Gedire 2-run single. Here's Jack Cuss, followed by Jack Wilson and Mike Wilson. Good to see Cuss starting to get things moving a little bit. Hits in 13 of his last 15. Still looking for the home run. Hit one hard yesterday, straight away. Picked up a first inning RBI. It's 2 for 10 against Liriano with a home run.
Gave me a little hard time earlier today. So
Did you get Jack?
Yeah, the ball doesn't carry real well to center field, but pull the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a big yard out there in center field.
Hits this one a long way. Deep left field.
Go.
And it is caught on the track by Ben Revere. Got ahead in the count, 2-0. Gave it a ride. One down here in the second. You'll want to make plans to be at Safeco Field this Thursday when the Mariners square off with the Angels, because it's Franklin Gutierrez's death, the Flying Things Fly Swatter Day at the ballpark. Those 20,000 fans get this instant collectible and highlights Goody's Gold Glove in a rather unique way. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Goody down in Tacoma. They hope to have him back. The Mariners hope to have him back maybe later on this week, or maybe even first of next week.
Solid numbers for him so far. The main thing, though, was to get him healthy. See what he's done over his last 6 games, hitting .375.
Jack Wilson, good numbers, 4 for 5, a home run against Liriano.
I think the biggest thing when he comes back is Eric Wedge is going to have to do a good job of getting him some days off, because as you guys know, he's been having a hard time keeping food down and hard to keep that energy level up. And this is a grind, especially for the Mariners, as much travel as they do.
Probably send out a pitcher, and they'll be able to get Goody in maybe 4 or 5 times a week. You got Saunders playing center. You got Mike Wilson playing center.
Mike Saunders done a nice job out there running some balls. Nice play he made in Fenway. And that's not an easy task.
You know, from being out in that triangle. There's a little dunk shot, but running it down is Kadire. 2 outs. Is that in terms of all the right fields you've played?
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's right up there.
Well,
top 3 maybe.
Especially when that ball gets along the line and hugs that wall all the way around. That's pretty tough. Same thing at Angels. Same thing in Kansas City, the old ballpark when it was turf. And about 150 in the summer.
There's Mike Wilson in his first home start. Chris Chambliss, the hitting coach, working with him, asking Mike, try to stay center field, try to stay center and don't get so pull conscious. See how that working.
Pretty tough after 10 years in the minor leagues. You get your first shot, right?
I'll tell you what, that kind of persistence is pretty awe-inspiring. Tolbert, and can't be dug out by Morneau. And Mike Wilson's aboard.
Yeah, catch a break and ends up going in the Mariner dugout, so look at second base.
He's 6.
He hits it hard out towards shortstop, ends up being a nice one hop to Tolbert, the shortstop, and this ball just dies on him as he throws it across the diamond.
Well, he had time too.
Throws a sinker over there, and Morneau can't come up with it.
Second error of the season for Tolbert. So 2 outs, runner at second for Brendan Ryan. Coming off a 2 for 12 road trip. He has had 6 hits in his last 7 games, 8 for 26. We were talking about earlier, Jake. The club's at the quarter pole. What's your overview to this point? This is game number 41.
Well, there's no doubt that they're strong pitching-wise, and they just got to get those timely hits. I think it's unfortunately the same thing it's been the last few years, is trying to get the big hits and hit with men in scoring position. And they need to get a little thunder in there, a little presence. They definitely need Jack Cuss to get hot, man. Not only to get hot to produce a little power, but to give Justin Smoke a little protection. Because after a while, man, they're not going to keep pitching to him if he keeps burning them.
It's a change of pace there by Liriano, 1-2.
At least I would. Then again,
I'm
not a pitcher. So.
Yeah, but we were talking about that the other night. Jacket, Justin at his current pace, there's no reason to throw to him if there's nobody behind him.
It'll get more difficult on him, that's for sure. We've already seen him trying to stay, especially if he gets ahead in counts, they just stay away from him, go softer, Jay.
See if he's over aggressive, comes out of the strike zone. That's what I'd do too.
You want to chase it out of the strike zone?
I did that a lot.
1-2 to Ryan, 2 out, man at second.
That little guy on my shoulder kept telling me it was a strike, though.
Mike Wilson taking his lead. You see Michael Saunders on deck. Checked his swing. They go down to first base. Umpire Dale Scott, the crew chief, said he did not go. 2-2. Ryan got into last night's game as a pinch runner. Scored in the 8th inning. 2-2. This one to Tolbert. Sure throw this time. And just gets Ryan. No runs, no hits, an error, and a man left. 2 in the books. 2-0 Minnesota. Begin the top of the 3rd inning with the top of the order for the Twins. Span, Tolbert, and Kubel. Up high to Denard Span, a 4-pitch walk leading off the ballgame. Inside to Span, a 6-pitch inning in the 2nd. Felix really settling down. After giving up 2 runs on a hit, left the man in the 1st inning. Back with a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, his struggles was the problem. A couple of walks, and he ended up giving up a couple of runs right away.
And he is not as sharp as we have seen him in recent outings. 3-1. Back by Span. If necessary, Brandon League will close tonight. Eric Wedd said he had a chance to watch a baseball game last night. Now he's ready to go. Loves his attitude, so we'll see what happens here as we move forward. Payoff pitch.
I like it. Give him a little mental break.
Everybody needs one every now and then.
Throw the pom-poms on a little bit. No doubt, it's a grind, man. It's a long season. He's going to get back up on the horse and do just fine. He's got a power sink, my goodness, and that split, it's nasty. Just sometimes you got to tip your hat. You just don't think it's going to be 3 games in a row.
Fouled off again by Span.
Bad timing.
Yeah, that was a tough go for him last week, but I saw Brandon today. Says, hey man, it's part of the game. I'm ready. Let's do this.
That better be your mentality. You're the closer. They're all closers a little whacked anyway.
There's David Artsman. He said no timetable on his return. Let me rehab. Let me get it, do my work in that regard. looking forward to coming back. Didn't want to put a date on it as Span takes a call, 3rd strike. First K tonight for Felix. Take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. MLB, Major League Baseball has an overall batting average of .250 this season. When was the last time in Major League Baseball finished the season with an average of .250 or less? 1972, 1976, 1982, 1993. I'm going to go with 1972. Not too far off of the year of the pitcher. Take a shot at that. As we look at Tolbert. Boys, you got any chance? Venture a stab here?
Go ahead, Michael. What do you think?
Everybody knows it's 82, Jay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So actually, I'm just guessing.
I'll say 76.
All right.
Always helps the booth with that extra body up there.
Watch it be 93.
And we'll get our answer shortly. 2-1.
It's a pretty good question, right?
It is. The hitting is down around major leagues for sure.
Not for that guy.
No.
Kubel is off to a nice start for the Twins. One of the few guys hitting .329 coming into the game.
Jack Wilson surrounds it. Throws out Tolbert for the second out. These fans up there enjoying the sun. Here's Kubel. He walked and scored in the first inning. This team, talking to Ron Gardenhire today, been 5 of the last 8 years been in the playoffs. And the other 3 years they got nipped. They've come from well off the pace. They've never been this far back in his tenure. 12-27. It's a new feeling that, and for many of the players, Span even said that this is the first time they've had this kind of team failure. So far, so good. They're hanging in there. Felix throws out Kubel. Another 1-2-3 inning for Felix. He's retired the last 7 in a row since the Kedire 2-run single. It's 2-0 Minnesota. To Seattle this year. Mariners will be in Minnesota next week and then see the Twins again in September in Minneapolis. Here's Michael Saunders to lead it off, followed by Ichiro and Figgins.
The beauty of the unbalanced schedule. 2-game series. It's a little strange, isn't it?
Angels come in next
2 and
2
2
days.
and see you later.
Your thoughts on what Mr. Saunders, how his struggles, how would you aid and abet his recovery?
I would say get squishy on the fastball, the first one you see. because the best way to hit the off-speed pitch is don't miss that right there.
2-1 to Saunders.
What do you think, Michael?
Well said.
I mean, just taking too many fastballs.
I think the thing for
Especially
me, too,
on a lefty, too,
well,
man.
and you go up there and you work a count in your favor. Why not take advantage of it? Is kind of my thinking on it. You get to a 2-0, take the fastball out, 3-1.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times the best pitch a lot of the times is that 2-0 that you take just so you can see a pitch, and the next thing you know, he throws a nasty pitch 2-1, and then he throws a pitcher's pitch, and then you're going back to the dugout going, what happened? I was in total control, and now look at me. I'm back here with my bat under my arm.
3-2 pitch. Tap foul.
Trust me, that happened way too many times.
Well, and I think it's not just Michael, but it's young hitters in general. They go up there, and if they take that pitch early in the count, especially against a veteran pitcher, they're going to start working the edges on you. It makes it tougher.
Payoff pitch.
Pick out a part of the plate too. Some of these kids, I wonder if they have an approach up there. You can't hit off the entire part of the plate until you get 2 strikes, and then you just try to foul off the nasty pitch. And the big thing as well is knowing that you can't hit the nasty pitch anyway. So why are you looking for it? So stay confident, stay within yourself. Hit the dead red, man. Elevate. Look for a ball up in the zone, and when it's up there, let it go. It can be simple if you let it be simple. These guys are pretty good, though, especially this guy.
Pitch. And this one fell. See what Ultra Mo shows us here.
I love this Ultra Mo. It's pretty good. Little power V.
Yep, just down the front a little bit.
Then get it just a little bit out, and then you get a little bit of a hooky, but not
that's
bad.
when you roll over on it.
It's that one off the end of the bat.
This is an off-speed pitch. You can see him. He does a nice job of staying back, and again out in front, right off the end of the bat. Just barely gets a piece of it. 86 miles an hour.
10th pitch coming. Line down into right field, but foul.
Came up a little lame right there.
Take another look at it. This one's 85, so he's making an adjustment. His eyes are getting his timing a little bit closer, still off the end of the bat.
That really shows you it's a game of inches, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Slow
it
down
does.
like that.
It does, and the thing too about hitting that fastball, trying to hit the fastball early in counts, is he's such a good athlete. And he has some pop. I mean, he walked into 10 home runs last year, trying to figure out what it was like to even be in this league.
Exactly.
Limited amount of at bats, and
he's a big kid. He can cover some ground. He can do a lot of special things.
Good athlete.
3-2 pitch. Shot foul again.
Right now he's beating his feet up though.
Well, he's got to be a good athlete, and they got high expectations on him. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep throwing him out there. But now I've seen him hit one in the gap. Forget about that ball off his foot. Watch him carry the mail a little bit. Oh, it feels fine.
11th pitch coming up. 3-2. Struck him out.
Change the eyes.
3rd strikeout. Let's revisit our AT&T trivia question. MLB is an average batting average of 250 this season. When was the last time MLB finished the season with an average of 250 or less? I went with 72. Buhner went with 76. Mike Blowers went with 82. The fans went with D, and it was A, 1972. The last season before the DH. Here's Ichiro, grounded out to second base. Boy, this ugly number is 243. That is one heck of a high chop off the plate, and he gets him. Nice play by Morneau. First thing that happened to Ichiro went right to the first baseman.
Usually when he chops a ball in the air this side, he's going to get a hit, but he goes right to Morneau. And even with that, it looked like Morneau was concerned that Ichiro was going to run by it before the ball came down. Makes a nice play.
So far, Liriano.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to be Olaying him.
Liriano's given up just one hit. This man right here, Sean Figgins.
Be nice to get this guy going too. See him start to get figgy with it a little bit out there. Create some havoc on the base paths.
That's what we remember him from his days with the Angels, forever going first to third.
Man, just wearing people out with that
stealing
speed.
bases, right? As you mentioned earlier, he has picked it up, but you're looking for him to get up in the 290s. He's on a 302 clip entering today. That got him from 160 into the low 220s. And 2.
Got some work to do when you're on that interstate, don't you?
Indeed, both of these teams. Swing and a miss. Figgy's gone. So are the Mariners here in the third. Liriano struck out 4, giving up just 1 hit. 2-0 lead.
Your entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Dave, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie. All right, Angie. Thank you very much. Here's Justin Morneau to lead off. And off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. Morneau, the AL 2006 MVP, coming off the concussion from last year. An Art Span told me, he said it looked like a very innocuous contact he had with John McDonald. And the Blue Jays going in the second, got hit in the head.
Did you see the replay of it? That's exactly right. It didn't look like much of anything.
Yeah. Span said he saw it. He said, wow. But it goes back to, right, there's pressure points, and if you happen to catch a guy right, you have a lot of problems. Saunders puts that away. So
post-concussion syndrome, is that basically what it was? Which can linger and linger and linger.
Correct.
And then once you get hit again, that's the biggest thing. I think that's what they're really cracking down here in football, is in the high school level.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, here it is, May 17th. That happened back, June last year.
They're trying to come up with a mouthpiece with technology that'll read all that stuff, which I think is a pretty cool idea.
Here's Kid Dyer. He gave Minnesota the 2-run lead, a 2-out single. First inning. Felix walked the first 2 out of 3 men that he faced. Kid Dyer made him pay for it. First pitch swing. Hit far down the line and out of play. Mike Wilson taking a look. Felix 0-2 to Kid Dyer with Valencia on deck. Back up the middle. That's a base hit. 2 for 2 night for Kid Dyer. Kept it simple in his approach at both at bats.
King thought Thought about barehanding it right there. I think that was probably a pretty smart move not to try to put that hand up there. You never know what could happen. Well, maybe he did, just out of his reach. Been nice hitting right on the end of the fingertip, rip the nail off. That'd be really good, wouldn't it? That'll make for a short night right there.
Franchise grabs its collective heart.
I mean, hey, it's, reflexes. You just kind of
competitor, man.
When you're a cat like he is, you just want to make all the plays.
Ball one to Danny Valencia, flied out to center his first time.
I want to see him buggy whip it again, maybe go deep. It's pretty cool to watch him go. What did he hit, a grand slam?
Was that Felix?
Yeah.
Against
Santana.
Yeah, some of these pitchers are
Shea
like.
Stadium. Pineda hit one straight away center field, cleared the 405 with plenty to spare, and hit one.
No gloves, no nothing. Straight Guerrero up there, buggy whipping. Dead central. He was. It's pretty awesome. And you got some of them that got blisters already. How you get blisters from bunting? Aren't you guys supposed to be bunting? Oh no. All right, well, quit throwing the handle and you won't get blisters.
There's Adam Moore on your right. Good to see him back rehabbing. Season over, but season-ending knee injury.
He's a happy camper to be off the crutches, I can tell you
he
that.
is. Last time I saw him, he was 4 days away. He was counting them down, boy.
He was.
Good to be back with the fellas hanging out.
Good kid,
on
man.
deck is Ben Revere. Yes, he is.
Got some great trainers, great team doctors down there to get him back.
A 4-pitch walk to Valencia. Third walk issued by Felix Hernandez. Runners at first and second. We take a look at our building to the future. How about Dustin Ackley? They're talking about him being up here in mid-June. Talk to guys in the front office. Their eyes really brighten up. Look what he's done over his last 12 games. Playing at second base. 5 doubles, 3 homers, and 9 runs batted in.
I promise you keep hitting like that for another couple weeks, it'll be sooner than that. Let's get busy.
Slow April and has really torn it up here in May. Here's Ben Revere. And flying out to center his first at bat.
I think they're just trying to get him comfortable at second base. Drafted him as an outfielder. He played first base. Now he's playing a little second base, so that's pretty nice.
But
everybody ought to play all over the place.
Front office guys say he is a hitter. He's been a hitter at every level he's been. I think he can make it happen up here. Ball and a strike to Revere. Runners at first and second, 1 out. It's clearly not sharp tonight. Two 1 pitch. Smoke over to Ryan. Felix covering, and good speed by Revere. Beats it out. Moving over to third is Kadire.
This is a tough way to turn it, especially if the runner at home can move, and Felix does a nice job of getting over there, but he's a step and a half, 2 steps past the bag.
Brings up Rene Rivera.
Felix right now, 54 pitches, 30 strikes, 24 balls.
Ball 1 to Rivera. Brought up from AAA Rochester 11 days ago. Joe Mauer hasn't been with the ball club since early April. He's got a host of injuries, trying to work his way back. On a 1 to Rene. Great seat everywhere in this ballpark. And you gotta love the sun, folks in straightaway center field. You're enjoying the last bit of sunlight today. 8:05 Pacific time. It's still very bright here. Gotta love it. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Felix trying to put away the catcher hitting out of the 8-hole. Rene Rivera with the Mariners in 0-4, 5, and 6. Had a cup of coffee. Runner from first goes to second. Ball got away from Olivo. So now 2 in scoring position here for Minnesota. Pass ball charged to Miguel Olivo.
Looked like a good pitch, too. Maybe lost a strike on that one. There you can see at that 4th pitch. Right on the corner.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Rivera, stranding 2. Good sign for Felix. He picks up a strikeout, his second through 4. And out to the home 4th. Mariners down 2-0.
They like rally fries. Meantime, Joe Girardi looking for a win against the Rays. Former Mariner Alex Rodriguez is the guy who steps up to the plate in a big way, hitting a solo shot to left in the 4th inning. 2 innings later, he leaves the yard again to dead center field for his 8th home run of the season. Yankees win at 6-2. That's our Sterling Savings Bank score. Dave, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. That ends a 6-game Yankee losing streak. And a lot of turmoil in that clubhouse.
Yeah,
What do you think of?
If there's any more drama going on in New York? Shocker.
Smoke high fly ball left field. And Rivera gets under it. What do you think of a veteran Posada pulling himself out like that? And
I'd like to know what the real story is and find out what the full details are. I mean, what's he hit, 160
He
or
was
something
hitting 165. He was slotted in the 9-hole. Didn't like it.
Maybe you need a little. Maybe set him down, give just like what they did with Brandon. Give him a little bit of a breather for a couple of days and let him try to recollect. But I don't know. Then all of a sudden, Derek Jeter gets thrown into it. Can't we all get along?
Well, Mike, you and
What do you
I
think,
we were talking about this yesterday before the game over.
Again,
Pregame meal. You were there in New York when George Steinbrenner was haranguing Mattingly about his hair, which was about an inch, 2 inches onto his collar.
Yeah, it was.
You were thrilled by that. You're still thrilled by the memory of that, right? Both of you guys were there. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Not together, but
yeah, it was ridiculous. And for me, it goes back to what Jay just said. We all would like to know what the real story is. The problem I have with it is it should have never been out of the clubhouse.
No doubt.
You have a guy in Posada, and I'm not a big fan of players taking themselves out or whatever the story may be, any of that. But at some point, I think you've earned enough to where you at least can have a say in it.
Yep.
And it should stay in the clubhouse.
And you got a veteran ball club that can police it. I mean, I would think that there's enough guys in there that could police it and go over and say, hey, you know, sometimes a guy needs a kick in the butt or a pat on the back, you know. Let those guys take care of that. And then if they don't, then it's time for Joe to step in.
2-2 to Miguel Olivo. One out here in the fourth. The fourth inning's not been good for Mr. Liriano on the season. He's given up 13 hits and 13 runs.
But again, too, he's making a pretty good hunk of change. So a lot of people out there say, hey, just go earn your money.
Right.
17 years and a handful of rings he probably has. At this
I would
point.
think that him and Derek and a few others have earned
My whole thing with it is everybody has a bad day, Jay, and he maybe was having one, and
he's having a bad month.
well, exactly. You know, and I think, you know, again, if it's an issue, that's fine, but keep it inside the clubhouse.
Got an issue, give a tissue, and then take care of it, man. Nip it in the butt so it doesn't continue to keep growing. Because that's the last thing you want, is that to continue to keep lingering and lingering. And you guys know as well as I do, New York, they love that. They just feed off of that stuff.
There's Jack Cust.
Nothing's sacred in New York.
Olivo, first walk issued by Liriano. Cust swings and a miss. Jack flied out to left his first time. Liriano tonight, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up 1 hit. Fourth inning's been the roughest for him so far this season. The 13 hits, the 13 runs. Trying to get 2, and they do. Nicely turned by Casilla, Tolbert, and Morneau, and the Mariners are gone in the fourth. 2-0 Twins. Mariners meet the Yankees. First 10,000 fans take home a pair of Elvis-style sunglasses. We salute our Mariner pitcher, Jason Vargas. Plus, one lucky fan's going to win a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. So make sure you join us for Viva Las Vargas night. Mariners hosting the Yankees Friday, May 27th. Get your tickets at mariners.com/tickets. Vargas doing really well. Ooh, that's not pretty. Casilla offering the bunt. Got hit in the process.
I don't think he pulled the bat back.
I don't think he did either. Here comes Eric Wedge.
I know he's trying to get out of the way, but he's still got to pull the bat back. Maybe he stepped on home plate too. That might be what Eric Wedge is arguing.
Well, we'll take a look at it. He is definitely going out to try to bunt. He looks like he's in the strike zone right there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's what he's arguing.
He got his back foot.
I think if you looked at the bat, he was in the process of bringing it back. But I think he was also in the strike zone. Let's take another look at it. No.
Yeah.
He was all right.
So Casillas aboard. Hit by a pitch for the second time this season. Top of the order, Denard Span. Hey, bunts foul.
What do you think, Jay? Second or third pitch he takes off?
I thought he'd go the first pitch.
Second batter that Felix has hit this season.
You always love that, the little labor over there at first base. Ooh, and then all of a sudden gone.
Yeah.
And he made sure that everybody saw he was still laboring going down to second base.
Strike 2 call.
He's going to get a chance to rest him.
Two strikeouts, 3 walks, a hit batter for Felix Hernandez, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits. Span out of Tampa, Florida. Made himself a nice player. Back safely, Casilla. Outfield playing Span shallow and towards left, sort of like Texas and the Angels play each other. Runner goes. Down back. He's got a piece of Tolbert, the on deck hitter.
This is where speed can cause so many problems. It's not just that he's going to steal the base, but you can see the infielders having to shorten up. They start moving around all over the place, creating holes for the hitter. Span, you also have defense, you know he runs well.
1-2 to Span. Struck him out.
That'll help.
Strikeout number 3. 1 out here in the 5th.
Well, nothing fancy about this pitch, just a good fastball.
There you go, hit it.
Bring up Matt Tolbert. 0 for 2 runs scored tonight.
I have a question for you. Something I was trying to figure out on the last road trip. It's not just the Mariners, but it seems like most of the outfields that I watch. You take a look now. Saunders is shaded over. You have Wilson in left field. He's favoring the line.
Right.
But why doesn't the right fielder go over with him?
Maybe their scout reports say that we'll play over here, but right fielders stay square up for him to roll over, cover that hole a little bit.
So it's not an automatic just to go move with your center fielder.
No,
if you're on the corners.
Not necessarily, no. And a lot of guys play. I mean, they want to stay up. I used to play different counts too, depending on who the hitter was and what the count was. 2 strikes, you might want to flare it a little bit, just like the left fielder's over and in. But usually the center fielder, when he moves, he tries to let you know, hey, I'm moving over. You got me covered. You got to cover the gap right here, the power gap. But that right center gap, look, see that right center gap? That's
right.
A pretty good gap right there. So Michael's basically shading towards the left center gap.
Runner goes. Ryan tries to go short way. And everybody's safe.
When you take a look, it looks like Brendan Ryan, the throw is low, wasn't able to get much on it. And Casillas in there easily. And then Jack will try to come across and get the runner over at first base. That's a tough play to make. A little double clutch, and that was just enough for Tolbert to get in there.
1 out, runners at first and second after that fielder's choice. Jason Kubel, 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored. Strike 1 to Jason. Felix trying to pitch his way out of another jam. Left 2 stranded in the 4th. 0-2 to Kuba. Outside. The 6th leading hitter in the American League. Left the year Bautista's having leading in batting average and home runs. Toronto.
I guess he is legit, huh?
1-2 strikes. Felix trying to pitch out of trouble. And he does. It's the 1-6-3 double play right on time. Home 5th coming up. Mariners will have Jack Wilson, Mike Wilson, and Brendan Ryan coming up.
Felix Hernandez, Angie Mentink here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. We're headed to Chi-Town, where the Rangers were taking on the White Sox. And you hate for a game to end like this. Cody Epley comes in the 8th, a tie ball game. Alexi Ramirez up. Epley throws one in the dirt. Couldn't be at a worse time. The dreaded leadoff walk comes around to score. White Sox win it 4-3 the final. But I'm not rooting for the Rangers, so I don't mind. Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. 2-0 Twins. Jack Wilson, Mike Wilson, and Brendan Ryan. 6, 7, and 8. Mariners with just 1 hit. Liriano has struck out 4, walked 1. Jack flying out to right in his first at bat. Liriano a lot sharper than he was in his previous start, which he was coming off the no-hitter. That was against the White Sox. Take a look at the Quest high-speed pitch with guys in the same neighborhood. Liriano has been much more effective in his first 4 innings than Felix has been, but yet Felix only down 2-0, gave up a 2-run single to Gadire in the first inning. Three and 1 to Jack Wilson. One pitch. Popped it up. Shortstop Tolbert takes it. 1 out. Well, Liriano seems to have found the rhythm he had a couple starts ago.
I think the big thing for him is you take a look, first pitch strikes tonight. 11 out of the 15 batters, and he's typically getting ahead with a good fastball. And then after that, you're in trouble because he can go to the good changeup. And he always has the nice breaking ball, the slider. 2 tough pitches to hit. I think we'll see the Mariners trying to jump on that first pitch heater, take it away from him, see if he can get ahead with something else. There you go. There's a breaking ball that he misses with.
Mike Wilson reached on an error by the shortstop Tolbert in his first at bat. No. Mike Wilson, 10 years in the minors, 3 times a minor league free agent. Came back to the Mariners every time. Call up last week. Swing and a miss. Partial. Actually got a piece of that 2-1.
Not used to that 2-0 changeup, is he?
Especially when that good. There's another one for you.
He's like, oh, okay. Good for him, though. You're talking about perseverance with this guy. And then, I mean, I think of a guy like Matt Stairs that was around forever, and now, look, he's still playing.
Wilson strikes out. We'll see Matt Stairs in late June when we go to D.C.
I can't take the uniform off of him. They keep giving him the job, man.
Take a look at the Mariners calendar. It's brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Coming up, the Angels here in town for the next 2 days, and then we go to San Diego for 3, followed by Minnesota for 3. And back home.
You guys go to Washington too? Is that right?
Yes.
Get to see Big Mac, Johnny Mac.
John McLaren, sure. Jim Riggleman as well. As Ryan fouls one off.
They're talking about Mike Wilson, our former teammate, Richie Amaral. But Richie was
exactly
9 or 10 years,
guy.
wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. And talk about a guy that stepped in when Junior went down. Oh, my gosh.
I think he was 30 or 31 by the time.
Yep. That's taking advantage of your opportunity, man. He stuck around from that point on. Made a good name for himself. Oh, Richie, Zoop.
Did you see his son, Bo?
Boy, he's a player for UCLA.
Freshman last year, playing in the College World Series.
Running it down out in center field.
That was neat to see. Oh, that one hurts. Yep.
He tries to act like it did. Right off the knee.
Really got away.
He's trying to come inside with a fastball and gets way in there, and it is. That looks like it's right off the side of his knee.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
And you laugh.
Sometimes you have to. It hurts so bad you have to laugh.
All right, second time up for Saunders. What do you think?
I want to see him get squishy on a fastball.
Got a long at bat first time up. Struck out. It's ball 1. First inning 2-run single by Michael Kadire. The difference in this ball game right now as we play in the 5th.
Zone up, get it up.
He's ahead 2-0.
Get those eyeballs up. Got him last time down.
Two-0 pitch.
Tell you what, if I'm hitting 165, I want to get out of there as quick as I can. I want that stat off the board. I don't want somebody to see me hitting 165, so I'm swinging at that puppy.
2-1. So now he's sitting 3-1.
Stay hard in the middle right here.
Ichiro on deck. Saunders can keep it going.
Because he will throw that changeup, just like he did his first at bat.
3-1 offering. In there for called strike 2. Ks, 1 walk for Liriano. He's given up 1 hit, 4 2/3. Pitch up the middle, base hit. Ryan play in front of him, will get the 3rd easily. And the tying runs are aboard for the Mariners with 2 outs here in the home 5th.
Well, he gets the same pitch 3 times in this at bat. Hits this one hard back up the middle.
Love how that bottom hand stays underneath.
Stays underneath, doesn't roll over the top of it. Nice job of staying inside that fastball.
Canadian youngsters down there at first base. Ichiro. A couple of ground outs. Trying to get the Mariners on the board. Makes it strike 1. Ichiro 7 for 25 against Liriano.
It's only the 2nd time in the game where the Mariners have had a runner in scoring position.
Flipped into center field. Span won't get it. Scoring is Ryan. To 3rd is Saunders. Got a ball game again at 2-1. Ichiro with an RBI, his 15th. They play 1st and 3rd again.
I see the Mariners taking advantage of a mistake by Liriano with 2 outs. He ends up hitting Brendan Ryan and then a couple of base hits. I don't know how he does it half the time. That's a pretty good piece of hitting. That is a good pitch.
That's a good pitch down. He stays
down,
on.
maybe borderline out of the strike zone.
He just stays on that ball.
RBI number 15 for Ichiro. Right now Saunders representing the tying run. Here's Sean Figgins. Figgins 1 for 2. He had the first Mariner hit. Straight away and shallow. Play Figgins. 2-0. Double play got Liriano out of problems in the 4th inning. Pitching coach Rick Anderson coming out. Amazing how the turning point can come out of nowhere. Here he is 1-1 with Ryan. Hits him 2 base hits later. It's a ball game again. Rick Anderson out of Everett, Washington, takes his leave. So Ichiro and Saunders, the runners for the Mariners. Mike Brumley, the first base coach. Justin Morneau. Base hit gets Felix even. Right down the middle, 2-1. Mariners looking for a timely hit here from Figgins. Two and two. Grand opportunity exists right here for Seattle, and Figgins strikes out, leaving 2, but the Mariners are back in the game. RBI by Ichiro makes it 2-1 Minnesota. 9.3 on the ERA. Here's Morneau, 0 for 2 tonight. It'll be Morneau, Kadire, and Valencia here in the 6th inning. Way upstairs, 2-0. Sound like he broke his bat. Here's Ryan throwing across, and Morneau's gone. 0 for 3 night for him. 1 out here in the 6th. It's going to be Felix's approach here. Kadire took him up the middle, left center first time, and up the middle second time. Get a 2-run single in the first.
My guess would be he's going to see a fastball or two that could run or try to run it in on his hands. Both times they've been fastballs that he's made mistakes. There's one right there that he's made mistakes with out over the plate.
Oh, 0-1 to Kadire. 0-2. Here's Morneau. Needs a new piece of equipment after this one. Yikes.
Stays through that ball, though, doesn't he? Until that hand comes off.
Swing and a miss. Olivo will throw to Smoke. And that's strikeout number 4. And let's check in with Angie Mentic. She has more on Michael Kadire.
Yeah, Dave, Michael told me a story earlier that one time he was with Harmon Killebrew at an autograph signing, and with Harmon passing today, I passed this on to everybody out there, and they were in the same line, and Harmon said to him, hey, listen, if I see this ink spot of yours that you're passing off as an autograph again, I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk out of here, and everybody's going to be mad at you. Write your name out so people can read it. And Michael said every single time he signs his autograph, he thinks about Harmon Killebrew, and he can hear him in the back of his mind.
That's a good admonition for sure. Saunders runs this one down. Good stuff, Angie. Thank you. A 1-2-3-6 for Felix Hernandez. He's down 2-1. Not his sharpest, but very much in this ball game here at Safeco Field. Out with the folks, enjoying a night on the town here at Safeco Field. 2-1 ball game. Francisco Liriano against Felix Hernandez. Here's Justin Smoke to lead it off. Fouls went off. Smoke today is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly to left. Mariners getting a run in the 5th, a 2-out single by Ichiro. Down low to Smoke. 2-1.
Like it. He looks squishy up there. You can tell too by the way he takes a pitch right there. Right on it. Good change up down. It's all right. Tip your hat right there. It's a good pitcher's pitch. Don't need to worry about that now.
Tracer's got it just a little bit outside. 2-2.
Felix gets that same pitch, right?
At the end of the bat, second baseman Casilla in place. Throws out Smoke for the first out. One out here in the sixth. Stay on top of traffic by riding Link Light Rail to the airport. For scheduling info, visit soundtransit.org for details. One out here in the Mariners sixth. It brings up Miguel Olivo, a strikeout victim and a walk. Mariano has held the Mariners to 3 hits. Figgins with 1, and then a 2-hit inning in the 5th. Ichiro and Saunders.
The only 2 times he's been in trouble in the game so far is when he's made mistakes. Well, actually, one mistake was by the shortstop, the error. When Mike Wilson was up, he threw it away. And that put him in scoring position in the last inning. Gets 2 quick outs and ends up hitting a batter.
Down to Valencia. Throws out the Mariner catcher, 2 down.
But his splits right now are in decent shape. 92 pitches, 58 strikes, 34 balls. First pitch strikes aren't as good as they were early in the game, Jay, the first 3 innings. So maybe with the 92 pitches, he's starting to tire a little bit. Maybe they can run him out of there.
Be nice to get him out, get to the bullpen.
There's Jack Cust. Fly to left and hit into a double play.
We were talking about it before the game. What makes him so tough is if he's able to locate his fastball early, and all of a sudden you have to cover 3 pitches. That makes it rough.
Opens up that plate, doesn't it?
It does.
And he does a good job of standing up the right-handers too, and then just like he did to Justin that last AB, and open up that outside part of the plate off the end of the bat.
2-0 to Cust. Mariano here in Seattle. 4 starts, 1-1 record, a 3.00 ERA. 2-0 to Jack. Fouls it off.
I like this swing from Jack. It's aggressive. He gets in a 2-0 count with a couple of outs. Why not try to do some damage just out in front of that pitch a little bit? 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
One swing away from tying it up.
Yeah.
That's what his job is. What he gets paid to do. Jack says he's going to look to a little bit higher leg kick for his timing. Try to get his hand started.
2-1. Should have strike. Count evens at 2-2. A little bit bigger leg kick.
Yep. Although that time it looked like he just picked it up, put it down.
The 2-2 with 2 outs. Struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Liriano on top of his game. Felix battling like crazy. He's given up just 2 runs on 2 hits and trails by a run. TNT by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Washington's Lottery. Play together, win together. Gorgeous sunset upon us here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Jake Buhner joining us here tonight. Felix Hernandez. Boys, how about the competitive nature of Mr. Hernandez? Not at his best, and he's still only given up 2 runs, all 2 hits.
That's the reason why he won the Cy Young Award last year. You look at.
Watch
yourself.
Man, throw it and duck.
How did that not get him?
Woo. Ben Revere with a bullet through the box. Woo. Last time I saw that was off the bat of David DeJesus, and first time the Mariners saw the A's in spring training.
That almost left a mark.
Yikes. That is flat and scary.
Very fortunate because that ball is by him by the time he hits the deck.
Check the pulse.
That'll get the adrenaline going again, won't it?
And Revere stayed through the middle with that one.
You're right, Dave. I mean, I think it's safe to say King has been struggling with all of his pitches tonight, but yet it's only a 2-1 ball game. They're 1 swing away.
Yeah, he's giving up one.
He's keeping the team in there, giving them a chance.
2 hits over the last, the last 5 innings and change. Bunt in order.
But it's called pitching, man. You're not always going to be able to go out there with your best stuff, and you got to be able to.
Last year was a great example of him turning the corner and getting that way, Jack.
Yeah.
You know, last year I know there were a number of games that had to be frustrating for him because it was just like this where he'd give up a couple of runs and then shut it down the rest of the way. But I think the biggest difference is he just kept grinding, and just hoping that something good would happen for his team.
Runner goes, and it's fouled back to the on-deck circle, and Casilla.
You can tell he's maturing, too, as a pitcher, and he's not grinding on himself. He's not beating himself up. He's staying focused, visualized, knows he's got a job to do. He's still pretty darn young, too. So it's
he's
amazing.
25.
I mean, we expect the world out of this guy because we've become accustomed to it.
He struck out 4. He's walked 3. He's given up just 3 hits.
We got another pretty nice another right-hand special guy, Michael Pineda. How good is that kid, man?
Wow.
Both these guys tonight on throwing up some good numbers. 1-2 the count to Rivera.
I love watching that game last night. I mean, does he ever not smile? He just looks like he's just having a good old time, man.
How about Carlos Peguero, the home run he hit last night? Peguero on the left.
Hang some laundry, huh?
Ball 2 strikes, nobody out, 1 on. Rivera 1 for 1. Make that Revere 1 for 1. How about Mike? This home run last night.
Well, I was asking how fast the ball was coming off his bat, but you look at the speed last night, 112 miles an hour. And you see the home run that we talked about at Progressive Field where he has hit the longest home run there. And that's at the height of it. It was at 107 feet. Last night, just 39 feet, which, by the way, is the shortest home run here. But there is a dent in that fence out there, I can tell you that. But 39 feet off the ground.
Swing and a miss, and Rivera's gone. We thank our intern, Neil Stover.
Yeah, nice
earning
job.
his keep. Way to go, Neil. Love it when you got a hustling intern. Bodes well, kid.
I just want to know, is that ball still out there? Did they get the ball?
I
by
hope
chance?
so. I sure hope so.
Got wedged down in there, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's only hit 1 million out there. There's no wonder.
Strikeout number 5 for Felix. There's Alexi Casilla. Veer 1 for 1 in base stealing. He's had some good years in the minors. Still 44 and 45 bases back-to-back years. 36 at New Britain a couple of years ago. He is a legit threat. 0-1 to Casilla. That's a breaking ball. A couple of starts ago, he was nailing that pitch almost at will. 1-1. Felix checks the runner. He's got a 1-1 count to Casilla, and back is Rivera. Infield at double play depth. You have to really turn a good one. Both guys can run. Runner goes. Throw by Olivo. Too high. And in safely with a stolen base is Ben Revere. It's his second of the season. He's 2 for 2.
Take a look at it. Brendan Ryan taking the throw from Olivo.
Just got it in there. Ooh,
no, I don't think he did.
He did. He missed. What do you figure, by an inch?
I think the fact that he tagged him all the way down by his waistline is the fact that he got the call.
600 frames per second recording that video. At first, looked like Rivera did a face plant. Hands reaching, got him. Yeah, by an inch. Bang, bang play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Casilla. Strike 3 call. Strikeout number 6 for Felix. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's a big one here in the 7th inning.
Now he's getting that call. I like it.
He just runs this fastball right off the outside corner. Nice job by Miguel Olivo holding it there for the umpire.
A little frame piece, huh?
Top of the order, and Denard Span. Trying to hold the Twins at bay here in the 7th inning. Strike 1. Span has struck out the last 2 times up. He walked, struck out looking, and then swinging. How about Felix? Rough first inning, 2 runs, 2 walks, and a hit since then. No runs, 1 walk, 2 hits, and 6 strikeouts. Strike 2.
Crowd liking the effort too.
Absolutely. We'd like to see him shut the door here, get him a couple of runs so he can really earn a hard-fought victory. Oh, 2. Strike 3 call. Span is dismissed for the 3rd consecutive time. That's strikeout number 7 for Felix. He gives up a base hit to Revere, then strikes out the side the rest of the way. It's 2-1 Twins.
Seventh inning, Angie Mentink at the Northwest Florida Sports Desk. We have a roof over our heads, so we don't have to worry about 41-minute rain delays like the Angels had to worry about today. And, you come up with ways to keep yourself occupied. Athletics and Angels finally getting underway. Irvin Santana with the night off, trying to stay occupied. Angels are struggling. Kevin Kuzminoff doubles to deep right field. Mark Ellis making the score 2-0 right now. This one is a blowout, 7-0, Oakland on top. Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Jack Wilson leads off here, followed by Mike Wilson and Brendan Ryan in the 7th, down a run. Mariners trying to get Felix Hernandez his 5th win. Francisco Liriano, he's been good, 7 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody. A run on 3 hits, all he's given up.
His next pitch for him will be 100. He's only thrown 100 pitches one time, and that was in his no-hitter where he threw 123. I think that's the reason why I see the Twins bullpen getting loose.
Tom Wilhelmsen warming up for the Mariners. Joe Nathan, former closer, and Glenn Perkins, the left-hander. Francisco Liriano out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. Popped up. Morneau will take care of it in foul territory. 1 out. Jack go for 3. You mentioned from San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. Population of about 220,000. Boy, they have produced some players. Jose Rio, Raul Mondesi, who's currently the mayor of that city.
Really?
I said the same thing the other day.
Is that amazing?
It is.
Yeah. He's the mayor. Jose Guillen, Santiago Casilla, Urban Santana, Lexi Casilla, Al Reyes, and Michael Pineda, all from San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic.
It's an all-star team right there.
Sure is. One and 2 from the same town. Pineda as Rafael Trujillo, who was a dictator from 1930 to 1961. Now there's been a search for nicknames for Pineda. As Wilson strikes out. 8th strikeout for Liriano. Pineda, a good run. 5-2 at 2.45 ERA. Dictator, maybe. Throw it out there. Consideration. People have been looking.
I'd say 5-2 at the 2.45 is pretty darn good.
22 years old,
Man.
pumping 98, 100. That will get fouled.
I think what I'm impressed the most about with him is the fact that his composure on the mound, and he just knows how to pitch. Somebody somewhere along the way got a hold of him at an early age and just
The other thing I think is
did
huge.
an unbelievable job.
The other thing that's huge, Carl Willis and even more so Jamie Navarro, who's had him since April. And they got a big brother, little brother relationship. Talk all the time and live together.
Doesn't hurt to watch the guy on the mound pitch tonight either.
That helps a lot.
A chance
No
to watch
question.
the guy that won the Cy Young Award last year.
I agree with it.
Watch him go about his business.
But it's not every day you get to live with your bullpen coach. What do I do here with,
How to set up hitters? What are you thinking here? Just, the whole chalkboard talk day in and day out, which is huge, especially at an early age when you're a sponge. Just take it all in.
you guys ask a lot of questions of the old timers, not of the older guys, more experienced guys?
It's the only way you're going to learn.
You know it. Ryan strikes out. Number 9 for Liriano through 7. 2-1 Minnesota. visit to Seattle. And Felix Hernandez, his night is done. A new pitcher for the Mariners is, beg your pardon, he's still in there. I was looking at it, and I thought he had been taken out. Here's Felix still in there. Good.
I agree.
You don't think they're going to take the ball from him now, do you? 92 pitches. He's not coming out. One-run ball game.
When I looked up, I kept seeing Wilhelmsen. I thought he was coming in the game. 2-0.
He's still out there working.
You know it. Tolbert, Kubel, Morneau. Can't say enough about Felix's competitiveness. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 walks in the first inning, and the third one was in the fourth. He stranded 4 runners since that first inning where he gave up the 2 runs. Kubel's on deck. Full count here to Tolbert. Struck him out. Number 8. That's 4 in a row.
What does Felix need? He needs a Mariners rally, so Piper delivers some fries tonight. We have Sean, Melissa, Kelly, and Whitney. They're here from Everett tonight. The always popular Felix crown. Sean's proud of that.
Old school Mariner colors, too.
Bernandez. Do you like doing those commercials, Jay?
I thought they were great.
Yeah. I mean, the commercials turned out great. I just didn't know if
They were fun.
doing
Some of them were a little, I was like, I don't know at first. But I mean, when it's all said and done, they turned out pretty good. I think the fans love it, too. It's a great way to show the personality of the players and for the fans to get to know a little bit of the funny side.
That's always good because you
yeah.
never get it. You know, these fans want to love you guys as players, but that's a good way to.
Hey, if you can't have fun, you got to be. This is such a grind. You got to have fun from time to time and go insane.
What was the longest? No. What was the most amount of takes you ever had to make to put one of those commercials together?
I think the bad
you were
thing
the comedian. That was the best one.
Yeah, well, I could just be stupid on that, just let them be myself.
Yeah, exactly. That was easy.
Yeah, so I mean, that was like a one shot and done. So. But that was the start between that and,
nice.
The fly. And
nice.
They try to make it pretty easy for you. But it's just that one word. If you don't hit that one word and it gets stuck in your brain, you keep repeating it over and over again. It's like, oh, man. I like the outtakes. The outtakes are comical in themselves, too.
They always are. 3-1 to Kubel. Chops and foul. And this is struck out 4 consecutive hitters.
How about the fact he was 3-2 and he throws a curveball right there? He's like struggling to throw his curveball for a strike.
Kubel's the hitter in the lineup, though. Felix is aware of that he needs to be careful with. Late in the ball game, 1-run lead for the Twins, trying to keep it there.
3-2 pitch.
A little 95, a little extra gear, turn it up a notch.
Payoff pitch again. Line to left field, backing up Mike Wilson. 2 outs. Looking ahead to the Mariners home 8th. Saunders, Etro, and Figgins, 9-1-2. 12th annual Collector Train Car Night set for Friday, June 3rd. Mariners welcome the Rays here to Safeco Field. First 20,000 fans get this year's edition of Mariners Go Green Fan Car. Grab your Mariner Green and join us for Train Night. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Here's Morneau, 0 for 3. Brand new bat up there. Broke his bat last time on a ground out to short. What a pitch. 1-1. Morneau 4 for 28 against Felix Hernandez. Adam Kennedy watching intently. Swing and a miss at some high heat. 1-2.
I think that little chuck and duck got him going. Got him locked in, got that adrenaline rush going for him. Found that extra gear.
One and two to Morneau. Got him. Strikeout number 9. Felix Hernandez has battled his way through 8.
Get him a win. Let's go.
2-1 Minnesota.
Fire pit right there. Everybody watching the game here on all the flat screen televisions that they have around. A couple of quick notes from around Major League Baseball for you. Let's see, we mentioned earlier, obviously, in the broadcast that Harmon Killebrew passed away at 74. Oakland A's starter Dallas Braden is done for this season. The A's announced that Braden is expected to miss the rest of the year. The diagnosis came after Braden had surgery Tuesday to repair a torn capsule in his throwing shoulder. And AL MVP Josh Hamilton scheduled to play in his first rehab game in AA Frisco on Wednesday. He's waiting to get clearance from the Rangers team physician Keith Meister. Dave, back to you. Mariners one swing away.
You know it. AA Frisco, Texas for Hamilton is leading off against Glenn Perkins, the new pitcher. Is Michael Saunders. Mariners down a run. In terms of grinding, gritting out a game, this is one of the better efforts in that category for Felix Hernandez.
So far, especially when you look back at the first inning and his struggles to get it anywhere near the plate. Since then, he's really done a nice job.
And he didn't have control or command of any of his pitches the first couple innings. So came on strong, no doubt.
And Saunders doesn't swing the bat. He's called out. That's the last 3 Mariner hitters have struck out. Francisco Liriano, boys, nice work here tonight.
Just 3 hits, gave up the 1 earned run, 1 walk. That's a big key. 9 strikeouts, 110 pitches. Threw the ball well, Jay.
Threw the ball real good. Kept right-handers off balance. That outside fastball and changeup.
Here's Ichiro, drove in the only Mariner run. 2 outs in the 5th. Liriano got the first 2 men out. Hit Ryan. Saunders with a base hit. Ichiro followed with an RBI single. Serves this one in the left field, and Ben Revere is right there. Quick 2 outs here in the 8th. It's Thursday. Make sure you join us. Great afternoon of baseball. U.S. Bank Mariners matinee. It'll be the Mariners and the Angels. A special 12:40 start. Come on out. Get your tickets today at Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. It's a good hookup here. Stay warm by your honey. Get something to drink and watch the ball game. Whether live or on The big screen as Perkins blows one by Figgins. And the league is up and ready. Figgins behind 0-2. Game for Perkins. That's a team high here for Minnesota.
0.32. Is that any good?
Last I looked, it was strike 3 call.
Go down.
Perkins gets 2 punch outs looking here in the 8th. To the 9th we go. It's 2-1 Minnesota. Here comes Brandon Lee. Players on the left with the cap on backwards. That is Nick Montana, quarterback, and son of the Hall of Famer Joe Montana. That's how you're treating some of the old linemen. He's a smart quarterback.
Kid. Smart kid.
That means we got the cold ones and a few of the eats tonight for the old line. Keith Jackson used to call them the big uglies. How about the big hungries?
A little size difference in those two, isn't there?
Brandon Lee. Strike 1 for Michael Kadire. They said they'd get League back on the horse after his struggles in the previous 4 games. No glasses tonight. It's interesting talking to Eric Wedge. Obviously, you know, not asking for the information, but he said some of the guys in the coaching staff saw a couple things that it was tipping.
I was going to wonder the way they're, I mean, some of the pitches that they're buggy whipping, and they're pretty good pitchers' pitches, and they're just teeing off. Makes you wonder.
So that they were addressed and hopefully corrected. And hope for the speedy return to David Ardsma. There's no timetable set there.
What do you think, realistically, All-Star break probably for him?
I would say so. That would be a guess if you had to
pin
me down.
I mean, really? I mean, you're talking about Tommy John's, possible Tommy John surgery. I don't think anybody wants to go through that zipper.
And he says, you know, they're just going to rehab it. They don't have to do that. Do not have to go in and get it.
It's a pretty good split right there.
Innings of 3-hit ball for Felix Hernandez. 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 9 Ks. 1-2.
Almost identical line scores, huh? Except for the 1 extra run.
Matt Capps, they picked him up last year from Washington. We're out in Minnesota. Closer for the Twins.
What a good pickup for him.
Yep. 5 saves, 2 later. Dyer's had a big night, drove in 2 runs in the first inning when Felix was a little bit shaky. Went up there, got the first pitch, hit it in the left center field. Scored 2 runs. Got another hit in the 4th. 3rd time up, he struck out. Two-one ball game. Twins fans, a lot of them here. Come to Seattle. Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Lee to Kadire. Fouled off again. Tenth pitch coming up. Twins will leave here, play Oakland for 2, Arizona for 3, and come home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week for the Mariners. Two and two.
That was a good pitch. Look at it right there on the outside corner. It's a perfect pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Missed the way. Now full count. On deck, Kenny Valencia, the 3rd baseman. Payoff to Kadire. Walked him. Now for Home Depot doing more on defense. How about Felix Hernandez, boys? Good stuff after that shaky first inning.
Really did a nice job. If you think back, look at that changeup. That was nasty. Wow. But he put it together and threw a nice ball game again, giving up 2 earned runs back in the first inning, and then after that helped himself with a little bit of defense. He really threw the ball well.
I think it's safe to say he got stronger as the game went on. Started to get a little bit of command of that curveball, and that changeup was pretty nasty, as you saw right there. And he did not want to give the ball up. That's what I like. Bulldog mentality.
Danny Valencia, fly to center, walk, and a fly to center. Ball 1. Gets the front end. Did they get the back end? They do. Nicely done around the horn. Second double play tonight. 2 down here in the 9th.
Nice pitch by Brandon Lee. Jams him. And that was a good turn by Jack Wilson. The second he has the runner on top of him, get rid of it quickly. Still has a strong arm from all those years playing shortstop, but getting his feet out of the way.
Looks like he's starting to get a lot more comfortable out of there, too. You better be quick right there. You're going to be eating lunch.
Well, that happened to him earlier in the year.
Use that bag for protection.
You got CB Buckners that slips in there. Ben Revere, the hitter. CB, the home plate umpire. Levo going out.
A little courtesy walk to the mound.
You know it. Take a look. That's when you wish you had the old balloon. It is balloon. American League umpires used to wear those babies. When you look at the highlights of the late great.
Some of them had to.
Yeah, Harmon Killebrew. Back in his day in the 60s and 70s, American League home plate umpires were wearing those big balloons. So for the old timers, that's why it was more of a high strike league in the NL. Backhanded by Ryan. He better hurry. He does. And he gets Revere. Revere is speedy. Nice arm by Brendan Ryan. Work to do and a run to pick up. It's 2-1 Twins.
Of the Northwest.
Bottom 9 coming up. Mariners down 2-1 to the Minnesota Twins. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Jake Buhner. Minnesota going to its closer, Matt Capps. Caps will face Smoke, Olivo, and Cox 3, 4, and 5.
3.93 ERA. He's given up 3 home runs this year. Opponent's average just 2.15. Caps the closer now. At the start of the year, it was one of the better ones, Joe Nathan. Things didn't go particularly well for him, so now it'll be Caps.
Caps came over last year, 27 games, 2-0, a 2.00 ERA after being with Washington. Prior to that, he spent parts of 5 seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates out of Douglasville, Georgia. Born there, still lives there. Smoke is first hitter. Strike one, Justin tonight. Strikeout, fly to left, ran out to second. 3 hits tonight for the Mariners. That's it. Strike 2 to Smoke. 3 hits. Figgins in the first and the 5th. Saunders and Ichiro. This is the 3rd Minnesota pitcher. Liriano gave up the only walk by the Twins. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 1 out.
Started elevating the fastball. Each pitch a little bit higher. That one up and away.
Missed his spot. He's trying to go inside. Yeah. Still got away with it.
5 of the last 6 Mariner hitters have struck out. And 6 of the last 8. One out. Here's Miguel Olivo. strike one. Olivo 1 for 3 against Caps. '69 saves over the last 2 years for Caps. 2-1.
So far from him, 6 pitches, all of them fastballs. Fastballs away.
Big strikeout guy too. Of course, this run that he's been on. Strike 2, 2-2. Olivo not exactly charmed with C.B. Buckner right now.
Well, he's been sitting behind the dish all night, not getting that pitch for his pitchers. So he's probably not very happy right now about it.
Yeah. Where's our love?
Two and two. Run full. Big pitch here to Olivo. And he's aboard, tying run at first base. Base runner for the Mariners since the 5th inning. When they picked up the run on 2 hits and left the man. Well, Jay, it's time for a Jack Castellone ball if there ever was one, right?
Tell you what, it'd be a perfect time to do it too, wouldn't it? Get King a nice win and get Jack on the board.
Adam Kennedy has come out. He'll pinch hit for Jack Wilson. And I imagine Figueroa will hit for Mike Wilson after that if he gets an opportunity.
Off the end of the bat. Valencia.
No.
Hayes.
Oh, no. Come on.
Out?
No way.
Holy mackerel. Jerry Meals at second base called Olivo out. Here comes Eric Wedge.
Hurry up and get him out of there. Atta baby.
First of all, it looked like he beat it. Secondly, I'm not sure how Casilla kept his foot on the bag.
I thought he flat beat it.
He did beat it.
Wasn't even close. Well, Eric's getting his money's worth.
I don't think he's gonna be around.
And there he goes. First ejection. Wow. There's 2 outs. What do you want me to do about it? Eric Wedge.
Well, we'll take a look at it. This is squibbed down the third base line. Valencia fields it cleanly, and we'll take a look at this throw. And it looks like Miguel is clearly there. There's no doubt
he's popping up.
Yep.
There's no question.
Well,
maybe not. He didn't keep his leg extended. He started to pop up out of his slide.
Let's see.
Well, that right there looks like he's safe by a mile.
The side view looked like maybe Mr. Mills, we owe an apology to. Maybe he was out. The pop-up cost him. Adam Kennedy broken that one hopper Casilla, and that is the ball game. Felix Hernandez throws a heck of a ball game after being shaky early, and then a controversial play at second base involving that man Jerry Meals at second. Nonetheless, Minnesota wins it by a final of 2-1. Let's see, there's a pop-up, as you said, Mike. It cost him, right? It looks like he's there in good shape.
It looks like he's going to be. Then you can see his left leg start to come back to him as he starts to come up.
His heel digs in.
Yeah,
Slows him down.
He got the call right. Jerry Mills, you got it right. You got it right. 2-1 Twins, the final, as Matt Capps comes in and saves it. As the Mariners, boy, they got off to a shaky start, and I tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to Francisco Liriano, Glenn Perkins, and Matt Capps for shutting the door on the Mariners. A win for Ron Gardenhire, ending a 9-game losing streak. On to Brett Adam and Bill Kruger.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Much more from Dave.